It's a highly figured box press. The next concept is figuring. And no, I don't mean how you dress. But when we talk about figuring, we are talking about how sharply defined the finished box press is, or what the corners actually look like in the press. Imagine an informal scale where you have 0 to 5. 0 being extremely soft around the edges and very rounded edges, and then 5 is like a razor sharp 90-degree edge where the corners are very hard and form these really rigid press lines. That's a highly figured box press. And one of the biggest controls over that finished shape is humidity. Box pressing is probably one of the most humidity sensitive operations that we perform in a cigar factory. And remember, the wrapper already has to be on the cigar. We're pressing a finished cigar. If you begin pressing immediately after rolling, the wrapper, binder, and filler are still carrying a tremendous amount of moisture. That tobacco is much more pliable under pressure. It conforms aggressively towards the press, creating a higher figured corner on the box press. That's what creates those very sharp press lines. For the softer semi-quattro press that we prefer, we do almost the opposite of that operation. We actually wait. And we are waiting for those cigars generally to rest for about 12 to 24 hours before we begin pressing. We want them much closer to that smoking humidity, around a relative humidity or mass content of 11%, relative humidity of say 60, 65. That cigar is less willing to collapse into the hard corners, allowing us to create a defined box press while maintaining a softer rounded edge. For our cigars, I would call that roughly a number 2 figure.